Why is this a passion project for you?
Well, I would just say every project ultimately becomes a passion project. For me, it was a little bit about rewriting the rules of the comic book genre, a genre that has sort of taken over at least the theatrical movie-going experience, and attempting to kind of reclaim it, so to speak, and do something really different in the space.
And Joaquin Phoenix, did you see him in a different light now after he did Joker for you?
No, I mean, I always knew. I mean, I've been watching him for 20 years. Just everything he does, make interesting choices and bold choices. So it's not that I see him differently, but working so closely, as close as we did, I just couldn't believe how every day he would surprise me with the things he brought to this role.
What kind of Joker did he bring out on the screen, which we haven't seen in other films of the Joker?
Well, I mean, I think the simplest way to explain it, because I don't want to talk badly about other Jokers, because they've all done amazing things, but I think the simplest way to explain it is one where we understand a little bit more of where he was coming from. I mean, you know, at least half the movie, he's not really Joker. And to see that, hopefully for an audience, will be interesting. But I think what Joaquin just brought to it in general is a gravity and a groundedness that even the idea of Joker doesn't necessarily imply. It's a colorful, larger-than-life character. So to take that and kind of harness it in a way is interesting.
What scene was the most difficult for you to do? Is that the part where you say, okay, you go to the bathroom now?
No, I would say probably the most difficult scene is the big scene with De Niro, just because you're working with two heavyweight actors, Robert De Niro, arguably the greatest of all time, Joaquin Phoenix, and 10 pages of dialogue, and you know that was a tough scene. Well, we did that over many days, but that was probably for me the scene where I was like, oh boy, here it comes.
And when you won an award in Venice, were you expecting this, or?
No, of course not. I mean, no. I don't think a studio movie. I know Warner Brothers has never won a Golden Lion in the history of Warner Brothers. It was absolutely unexpected and thrilling, and meant a lot for the movie, and also for me as a filmmaker, of course. But it really helped in a big way do a lot of the legwork we're trying to do on the movie by explaining this is different.
What do you think audiences will get after watching this movie, which is a different kind of Joker?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's a tough movie. It's a slow burn, and it's a tough movie, and it's not the kind of movie you walk out of and go, okay, what do you want for dinner? It takes a while to like process I've noticed with audiences, it takes a little bit to process it. I always say it's weird when we have these Q&As right after the screening, because people are sort of like that. Yeah.